Hey everybody, Omar here, the Knife Shark Guy, and I am back with another fun-filled video for you. And today we're going to be highlighting a South African knife maker that I just absolutely love. I'm sure a lot of people who know him love his work. I just wanted to show off the three knives that I have that were made by him. This stuff is just amazing. And the gentleman we're going to be talking about today is Andre Thorburn. Definitely a knife maker that if you are at that point in your knife collecting where you're saying to yourself, okay, I've had my fill of Spydercos, I've had my fill of ZTs, Benchmades, CRKTs, whatever it is that you're currently into, and now you're ready for something different, and now you want to maybe step up, get into the world of custom knife making, this is the guy to do it. Now, obviously, when it comes to the price of these knives, you're going to be spending a lot more money. It's just the way it is. However, what you get back in return is worth every penny. So in front of you, you see three different knives made by Andre Thorburn. If you've never gone into customs before, you may see that the material looks like stuff you've never seen, just because in production world they just do not have the capacity to put materials like you see in front of you on a knife. It's just too time consuming. They have to do everything by machine, and in the custom world they don't do everything by machine. Some of the things they do by hand, some of the things they do by machine. It's just the world of custom knife making. However, the choice of materials can pretty much be limitless. And that's pretty much the case here in Andre Thorburns knife making. He uses a variety of different materials, any kind of material from, here we have carbon fiber blue twill. Over here we've got a very rare material called white Westinghouse micarta. And then over here we've got some shredded marble carbon fiber for the handle, and that's pretty much, those materials is what's going to add to the price. Also, the time that it takes to make the knife will also bump up the price of the piece. It's just the way it is. But you're also getting the special attention that you would not normally get if you just went to a store and bought a production piece. In the world of custom knife making, you're looking to buy art, which is what these knives represent. They represent tool and art combined together into one, basically into one piece, and you want to be able to showcase both worlds in each and every piece that you attain. And I think that that's probably what every knife maker tries to do: meld the world of tool and art in one. And Andre Thorburn does it perfectly. What sets him apart is he's one of the few knife makers that I know of that actually has a motto that pretty much spells out his work: precision, elegance, and integrity. At this stage in his life, he's pretty much his own brand, and all you have to do at this point in time is, if you're into customs, just say the name Andre Thorburn, and people will come running to go see what he has to make. It's sort of like he's kind of a superstar by now, although just about every knife maker that I've met online, I'm going to say online, guys, because I've never actually met these people, they seem to be quite humble when I speak to them on Instagram. I don't really think it's for show. These guys don't make these guys aren't like billionaires or anything. They still have to work for a living, and this is the profession that they've chosen. So what sets Andre Thorburn apart from other knife makers is he actually works as part of a team with his wife. I hope I pronounced her name right, Marguerite. She does all of the bolster work on all the knives, and I don't think she gets the credit really that she deserves, because they basically work as a team. The way it works is Andre puts the knife together, and they get their instructions from the person who ordered the knife, what they would want on the bolster, and his wife just goes to town on it and tries and produce something that the knife maker wants. in a lot of cases where the knife is not being ordered and they're just making the knives, she pretty much has free reign on what the design will be, and then you simply get a choice to just either choose from whatever design she had already put on there. In this case, however, it was a little bit different because I had asked. Actually, it's almost the same as this particular situation where she actually did whatever she wanted. I just told Andre Thorburn to put an animal on the knife. And I think this knife is a perfect representation of their teamwork. So I told Andre that when I got my custom piece that I wanted to have an animal on it, so he put an American Eagle. It looks like an American Eagle on the knife, and Marguerite did such a fantastic job, as you guys can see. This knife is probably the pinnacle of my entire South African knife collection. I'm telling you right now, it's also my only true custom knife. So the reason I say this is a perfect interpretation of them as a team is because I told Andre to just go ahead and put an animal on the knife. He chose an eagle. Marguerite put the eagle on here, and Andre was the brilliant one who decided to put the white Westinghouse micarta on the knife. Okay, so if you take a good look at this knife, every time I think about it, it's just hilarious. The knife, or the material on the knife, which is white Westinghouse micarta. Okay, this stuff is actually the same material they use in refrigerators like 100 years ago. And it's just a stunning material to use on a knife. But what makes it even more stunning on this knife is the fact that the white Westinghouse micarta mimics the beak of an eagle. And there's your teamwork right there. There's not a lot of materials on this knife. Basically, it's just a zirconium bolster and then the white Westinghouse micarta with all titanium and a G10 backspacer. But the combination of all of it together, the piece just sings. It really does. Everything on this knife is just in sync. And of course, the basics are not by any means forgotten. You know, it's just as smooth as any knife you'll ever get. This knife actually runs, all these knives run on ceramic bearings. You're never going to see knives close quite like this if it were a production. All I do is I just turn the knife over and the knife shuts close. It is just that smooth every time. Obviously, you know, you're not going to get that on a production knife. So even just the basics of the action of the knife are ramped up on every piece that he makes. Simply for the fact that he uses only ceramic bearings. He doesn't use tool steel bearings. As you guys know, tool steel bearings have to be oiled every once in a while due to the friction because they are stainless steel. And stainless steel, you know, you'll get kind of like a rough action if it's not oiled occasionally to cool the ball bearings down so that you get the nice action that you want every once in a while. So roughly every, I'm going to say, like 3 to 4 months, you kind of want to put a couple of drops of oil in a tool steel bearing knife. But however, on a ceramic bearing knife, there's no reason to do that. Because they don't require any oil at all on the, you know, for you to produce the action that you're looking for. So again, Andre Thorburn is just a guy that knows how to use whatever materials are available to him to come up with something that would be considered unique to his knife making, and he brings it every time in different styles, and his use of materials along with his wife's work. You're getting a wonderful piece of art that you can never ever forget. So I really can't imagine the work that really went into something like this. The backspacers, let me put the backspacers up so you guys can see on all these knives. The file work on this knife and on all these knives, these are done by hand. Can't get these to stand up. I'm going to try. Nope, it's a lost cause. I'll just hold them up. So yeah, all of the file work is actually done by hand on all these knives. The intricate work, they don't always all look the same. I mean, in this case, yes, they do look similar, but he also has different types. I believe he does one where there's like a zigzag look on it. And just to do that on a knife takes time. And he makes the time to do that. I believe when you're working with him, he even gives you, if you know his work, he'll give you the suggestion of what kind of file work do you want on it. If he's working on something new, he'll probably give you an example of it, and then you can decide whether or not you like it, or maybe you want one of his more classic file work designs, or may not have any file work at all. I don't know why anybody would want that, but that's available to you if you wanted it as well, no file work. Trying so hard to get these up, but you know, nevertheless, what the guy does is just absolutely precision on every level, on every part of the knife that he makes. Oh, that was kind of cool, which is why I'm kind of suggesting that if you are ready to get a custom knife, you cannot go wrong with Andre Thorburn. I definitely highly recommend this guy. The only thing I can tell you is this, though, and this goes for all knife makers. I've said it before, and also Epic Snuggle Bunny has said it before. If a knife maker is going to be making you a knife, the time frame, you're going to have to be very, very, very flexible with the time frame. If you've never ordered a custom knife, or you're thinking about doing it for the first time, just to tell you what's involved, you don't put any money up front. That's one. Second, you want to try and stay in contact with the knife maker at all times so that he knows that you're there. And that's not just to be, and you're going to want to do it in a way that's not annoying. Basically just, you know, text them on Instagram every once in a while and say, hey, what's up? What's going on with my knife? And they'll usually be nice enough to get back at you. I've never had a problem with Andre or any of the other knife makers that I've come in contact with since I started this. They seem to be able to, you know, have time to talk to every customer. I don't know how they do, but they do. At least they've had with me. But the time frame, you're going to have to be real flexible. So if a knife maker says, I can have it for you in 6 months, you're going to have to think, okay, he's going to have it to me in about a year. If they say a year, you're going to have to say, okay, a year and a half, or maybe even 2 years. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. When their books are open, they do not control how many people will contact them to have a knife made. It also depends on where you are in their books. Sometimes they'll say, okay, well, you're number 14 out of 40 people. You'll be coming up next. You're just going to have to take their word for it. You can, in some cases, put money down to get the piece made. I don't suggest that, but some people have, because it is a risk on your part. It doesn't necessarily guarantee that the knife's going to be made any faster. You will get your knife, though, but it's not going to guarantee that you'll get it made faster. You're probably just better off staying in contact with them and talking with them, and just making sure that you're going to have the cash on hand when they're, you know, when they have the knife ready, and you'll know when the time comes, especially if you keep in contact with them. So, sorry for the short blabbing on and on, but I wanted to try to highlight Andre Thorburn because he is currently going to be making my 4th piece. If this video was just a bunch of blabbing and not really anything useful for you, I apologize. But I am going through the knife blues due to the coronavirus situation going on. No one can get any knives at this point in time. So I figured, why not just go ahead and do a video and highlight Andre and his work, highlight Andre and his wife's work, which is the bolster stuff you see on there. I thought it was about time that I did that because I haven't done it in a while. or ever. Basically, I just do, whenever I get a new knife, I just talk about the knife maker, and then that's it. But why I like them, or why I have their knives, that message seems to get lost, I think, in my videos. So I thought I would just go ahead and highlight Andre Thorburn. Remember, he's all about precision, elegance, and integrity. He's just a great overall person to speak with. If you ever get a chance to talk to him, you can talk to him on Instagram. He's a very friendly man. He has he does make time to speak with you about what knives or what it is that you like in a knife, and he definitely encourages your input when he's working with you on a custom piece. But like I said before, what you don't want to do is you don't want to make so many suggestions that the delay of your knife gets further on, pushed on down, because they don't have a lot of time to converse. So when you speak with them, you're going to want to have a really good idea of what it is that you want in your head. You're looking to, when you're getting a piece created by a knife maker, you're looking to have a little bit of you in there and a little bit of them, and let them do their work. And I guarantee you, you'll come out just as happy as I am with this piece that I got. So this is Omar the Knife Shark Guy signing off, hoping that this has been somewhat educational. Like I said, the coronavirus is pretty much getting to everybody, including me. I'm not going to be able to do any new knife videos for a while. Obviously, the coronavirus is killing people. But, I've got some videos coming up. I've got a couple of leather wallets that I'm going to be reviewing soon, coming up, and if I think of any more videos on my knives, I'll definitely have those come up, and maybe maybe I'll highlight another knife maker. Something will come up. In the meantime, if you guys have any suggestions, or if you guys have any questions or comments on anything you saw in this video, or if maybe you're ready to do your first custom knife, definitely reach out to me, ask me any questions that you want. My input would be strictly as a consumer of these knives. I'm not an expert by any means, but I'm here if you guys have any questions, and please comment on my channel. I welcome all comments. Hopefully there won't be any nasty comments, but just any questions that you guys can come up with. I'm also looking to do more knife reviews as my final thing that I wanted to say. If any of you guys like my style of conversation, doing these videos, and you've got a knife that you want to review, feel free to contact me. I would love to have it on my channel and review it for you. I promise I will give you back the knife in the same exact shape that you gave it to me. I know what you guys go through with your knives. I go through the same thing. I am you. Keep that in mind. I'm one of these guys who likes to have everything perfect. If there's a scratch on it, I'll cry. I'll get upset. I'm the same way. So, yeah. I know where you guys are coming from. And I'll review any knife that you have. It doesn't even matter if I'm not even familiar with the brand. I'll just give you my own opinions on it based on what I have in my hands. So this is Omar the Knife Shark Guy signing off, highlighting the great Andre Thorburn today. Hope you guys stay safe. Precision, elegance, and integrity is what Andre Thorburn is all about. This is Omar the Knife Shark Guy signing off. Thank you so much. And you guys stay safe out there.